beautiful. I just want you to know. Poppin', sound on, camera on, beard on, do-rag on. We good?
You ready?
Oh, you rapping Boohoo hard this year.
Hey, they gonna sponsor us.
I'm not gonna be surprised.
And they're gonna sponsor us by next job.
You know what you did.
I'm saying it, man. Right. AJ Raw,
King Aries.
you are now tuned into
Drumline.
I don't know what that.
Stomp the yards. Crump.
I don't know what that is. Tie is practicing on.
Oh shit, like tight eyes. Alright, let's restart that.
AJ Raw,
King Aries.
and you are now tuned into
BunDat
Podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that in as well.
Yeah, hey.
Let's give the brand shouts outs first of all.
Okay, so
flex on them.
shout out Boohoo, man. You know what I mean? Every single time.
Big up Puma.
For people like us that are big people, big and tall people,
Hey.
you know, you gotta check out the big and tall section. A lot of people say, you know, it's hard to find clothes, but if you look, you might find something. So, Boohoo, you listening? Sponsor.
Sponsor, homie AJ.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Puma just because this top is the map of Africa. So
I know
Puma
that they actually been behind black people for a long time. I remember seeing Eto doing like a double scorpion kick in the Olympics, I think in like 2002.
Samuel Eto.
Was it Eto? I think it was
Samuel
Eto,
Eto.
right?
Yeah.
And he done some crazy in the air mid double kick
Yeah.
with the football. This is in the game. This is in game. This is in game. And the first thing I was like, yo, what shoes is he wearing? Puma.
Or as the Jamaicans said, them Puma look tough, brethren.
Greetings, Lion. I am the genie of the lamp, and you get one wish.
Wow, them Puma they look tough. I wish Jamaica had Puma like them.
Bro,
They be sponsoring that Jamaican running team.
bro,
Ever.
they've been behind black people in general from the beginning. Like, they really supported us. So shout out Boohoo
Shout out
for
Boohoo.
giving our people some money. Shout out Puma
Puma.
for sponsoring us. They sponsor people like Crypto They sponsored Nipsey. They
Is it?
Yeah.
Yo.
Crypto got their own shoe behind Puma.
Raw, they don't make enough noise about that.
Hey, so, you know, Nipsey had like his grandma on a jet because of Puma. So
Because I saw the line when they did the collab.
yeah.
Because, no offense, but the Nipsey stuff was like, he was a hustler, innit? So the quality wasn't mad. We was buying just to support. But once Puma came in, you got that quality.
There you go.
You're paying for.
There you go. So that's my thing. They've always been behind our people, and we just got to shout out them. So even though they're not quote unquote black owned, they are
Soon.
supporting.
We coming soon.
Alright.
Buyouts.
So hey, one thing we spoke about, because we're gonna do the wrap up of 2020. That's cool. But one thing I want to do is I want to take y'all back a little bit before digital cameras, before you know, you know. Digital downloads, and just before MP3s, it was CD players, cassette tapes, mixtapes, and actual radio hits was important.
Tim Westwood.
Do you remember? Do you remember what that was like?
Yeah, baby.
Bruh. We not even gonna say him. He a whole nother. But why he been ethering him for about a month straight? We not even gonna go to.
Yeah, they don't get along.
And I carved a picture of it. Anyway, my point is like, when we was growing up, these throwbacks was extremely important. Like, they shaped and molded how we thought about things, because at the time they were very, very innovative. And I just wanted to touch on what it was like to have your CD player, make sure you got a whole bunch of batteries.
Disc man.
You know what I'm saying? And like pulling out from your bag the different albums that you liked and stuff like that. And what that was like. So you tell me a little bit of.
It sounds like AJ was a weirdo like me, because he described it in detail. Anyone can talk about CD player, but he's describing pulling the albums out. So it sounded, because I was that weirdo that had a Walkman and them thing there. Now everyone got headphones.
Yeah,
you stood out. If you had headphones, to what? You stood out. There was no phones and everything, so you had like a Walkman. So it sounds like AJ was a weirdo like me. Funny how we came together doing a podcast, because I always had my Walkman. I had CD player, I had Walkman, I got mini discs, like I was always about my music. So I was like, you stood out. It wasn't like now where everyone's got headphones in. If you had headphones on,
People start.
No one had
asking
that
question.
No one had. He was that weird kid. So yeah, that was my thing. It was like I was real boss. I never liked like the tube or underground. So all my journeys in London were long.
Look at that.
So it was always important to have my mix. I used to sell mixes.
Yeah.
I used to DJ and sell mixes.
I used to buy different mixes.
Your girl's birthday, anniversary, or you a hip hop head, you shouldn't get a new because I had exclusives.
Yeah.
And I've got the version that doesn't have the Tim Westwood. Yeah, baby. Talking. I had a clean, so I used to sell mixes. Yeah, I used to, when phones first came out, because I did music training, so because I could write music, I used to write ringtones and sell them for like £15, which back then, crazy money.
I used to just make them up on the spot. I used to just make up ringtones on the spot.
Nah, one of my best selling when Still Dre came out. Ding, 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 ding. That was such a big hit in the UK. So what I used to do, I used to mix that with any of the other favorite songs. Because when you can write music and you know the notes, it's the same as like mixing decks. You can actually mix. So if that ends with like an E, do you know what I mean? You know what sounds. Like I used to make money. So I used to mix. So imagine back in the day, actual them ringtone there being mixed into another one. It used to blow people's minds.
That's crazy.
So that's my little hustle.
I used to freestyle. Like my friend used to be so mad in class. I used to be like, "Yo, listen to this." I used to just freestyle little ringtones on my phone, on my little Nokia 3310 and whatnot.
That was expensive. That was like the phone,
bro. Like. Nah,
that was expensive.
Throwbacks is crazy. So that's what I'm saying. We're gonna touch more on that. I remember Tamagotchi is like the game.
I never got one. I was just like, yo. You tell me you feed it like it control. Like I was like, wait, you just gotta keep checking up on this. So I never got one.
Yep, I remember that and what it was like to bring it out and it's all alienated. You could throw it on the ceiling, it would stick on the ceiling, all of that stuff. I remember like. The little before Game Boy Advance, the little dog games that you could walk around with. I can't remember the name. Can't remember the name.
All of that is, if you think about it, all of that is the evolution of Pokemon Go, which became such a big thing. All those things are the evolution of what became Pokemon Go, which is like a worldwide phenomenon. People was like going into the ponds and drowning for Pokemon.
Okay, I remember we used to always think about that. Like, yo, what would it be like if we could actually go and catch Pokemon for real life? And crazy how things come out 20 years later and you can actually do that. Shout out to Pokemon Go and whatnot. But I remember before that, when you had to go get the Game Boy Color, so this was before Advance, you had to go get the Game Boy Color, the brick purple Game Boy with the red Pokemon Red thingy cartridge at the back. You know what I'm saying? And then like you speak to your friends and one got the leaf version and that's the green one, you got the thunder version, that's the yellow one, you got the water version, that's the blue one. Like
I'm gonna get a Game Boy man. I'm gonna get a Game Boy just to have, like the original Game Boy, just to have, because there's gonna come a point where you won't be able to get them. I'm gonna get a Game Boy and I might just leave it in the wrapping.
This was before PSP and then they did Game Boy Advance.
PSP, fam. Yo, I've got one. It's still like because I keep things. I've got one still fresh. I just need to find the charger because it's hard to get the charger.
Right.
Yo, PSP was just the on that screen the quality of the graphics and the games.
Tekken on there, yo. You could play. Yo,
I bought this phone from O2, the phone company, and it was a bundle of PSP,
right. And it came with it.
Came with a PSP, and it was like, I had everything. I had my uni schedule on it, like, cause it literally. It was ahead of the time. The PSP was like a little laptop. Yeah, it was so much you could do with it, not just play games. Yo, because I remember I'd have my schedule in uni, and because I studied software engineering, like computer programming, and my head of department would be like, "Yo, what are you running on that?" Because I'm checking the schedule, right? And I'm like, "No, it's a JPEG image. It's not." Because he's thinking, "How you like bringing? He's thinking spreadsheets." I'm like, "No, it's a JPEG image. All I've done is just downloaded the file." And he's like, "Bro, still for you to even
do that,
or you to think about that." And I was like, "Yeah," but I was like, "Yeah, I just see it as not a game, I see it as a computer." So I use it and he was like, you mean his mind was blown, man. It was like, yo, this PSP thing was amazing.
There's a lot of things that was ahead of their time and whatnot. We're gonna go to sidekick phones. You remember the kick?
Usher. You don't have to call. It's okay, girl.
There were so many different phones. What was
There's a way to flip them phones open.
Yeah.
Hey girl.
Right. There was what was that Nokia that you could actually click it up and it would flip the other way as well?
I remember I had like a colourful pattern on one. It was expensive as hell, so I never had one of those.
Then there was one where you can push it up and it had like the little keyboard.
I remember Motorola had that bag where they were making billion. Motorola had that flip keyboard thing where if you didn't have the Motorola, it was like,
man,
what?
Listen, we grew up in amazing times, and to think about these different things was just amazing. So to end the year, we had to take you lot back a little bit just to think about what it was like to have those different phones and those different experiences, and to elevate into iPhone RX, whatever you got now. Samsung like 20 something. Do you know what I mean?
Yo.
It's wild. It's good to think about.
I remember the first colour phone.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Sony Ericsson. My boy Steven, he's Greek and he had that Greek money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like he was hoodish and stuff, but he came for money.
Right.
And I remember he brought that into college, and it had color. If you think about it now, it was like pixelated. But I remember he brought that in, Steve, because Stevie always had like the Air Max 90s and stuff. When Air Max 90 was like, whoa,
shout out to
that's
Panio.
expensive.
If you gonna watch this, he was the same way.
So
he had
like,
the same thing.
He brought in the Sony Ericsson. We all just sat around the common room table that whole evening, just like passing it around like holy bread.
Right.
Yo, what? Yo, Mike, let me see that. Mike. And we just, yo. And that was like, you don't realize that was history. It was like, oh, that's the first colourful year, but you don't realize like where this is gonna go.
Man.
As far as phones. Crazy.
Think man, it just blows my mind. Like I remember for my birthday, my dad bought the first PlayStation. So before it became PS1 and it was just PlayStation, the brick
with the big logo
with the big logo on
PlayStation.
it, and the button you press it and the thing flips up. Like yo, without a memory card, I was mad. So if like you had to go buy the extra memory card and whatnot. Man, we've really come a long way. This is in the 90s, man.
Yo.
Like, this is when we still rewinding Michael Jackson cassette tapes and whatnot. Because he had bars. What?
Practice.
Oh, yeah. And he had bars within his songs. Like, his songs, you would pull up his songs because he was so ill with it. Like, Thriller was... Anyways. We're not even gonna go there. Thriller, Smooth Criminal, like, Bad, like, Scream...
I remember when you had money. If you had money, your parents had money. You was wearing this. You was dressed like this.
Yes.
There was no guys in Gucci. But I remember if you had money. If you was a guy, you had money. You was going JD Sports, Foot Locker.
Yes.
That you was a top. you was a top boy. Hey. Now Top Boy is just a TV show. Back then that was a title. That boy is a top. You had that. There was no guys in Bimmers and Mercs. You had. This swag,
right?
And you had a Volkswagen Golf,
right?
Bro,
or a GTI, or a GTI.
That's a top boy right there, top shot and that. Like you know what I mean? Now you got 17-year-olds with credit now, like Mercs and Balenciagas, and back then it wasn't about credit. Like it was yours. If you had money, you was buying your Golf, paying full insurance. You had on sportswear,
bro.
From Foot Locker or JD Sport, you was the guy, bro. Those are the oldest. Like,
I remember one time I was coming home from school and I seen somebody pull up to the petrol station in a Nissan Skyline with the spoiler.
Whenever you see that for the first time,
bro,
the pictures in real life in 3D. Man, that's a big car. In the pictures, you don't know how big that is. That's a big car.
What's crazy is Too Fast, Too Furious super trended, so we were all looking out for that car. Yo, I want to get this car and see what I want to do with it.
Man.
And the neon lights at the bottom.
Yo,
man,
dream about those every night. Like, yo, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna put them on bikes. I'm gonna do this.
Yo, growing up in that era where things were just coming out was crazy. I don't even think you can get a Skyline anymore like that. I think it's one of those.
You have to go to like Japan or something.
You've got to import it. It's wild. It's one of those.
It's come a long way as well. It doesn't look anything like the. Come a long way.
Man, so I'm just saying that to say we had to take a look back. We about to enter 2021.
Yo.
Let me know in the comments if you guys thought the years would advance the way it did and get to a point now where we having like electric scooters, electric bikes, and all types of wild crazy stuff.
Pedal.
Being invented at this point. Back when we was growing up, you actually had to
pedal the bike.
You actually had to push off and kick push to drive.
And the scooter was like in a pound shop. Was like,
yeah, right.
Now the scooter costs more than my car, bro. Like, what's going on? And people got money like that. I see kids with these expensive scooters. I remember a time when it was so dangerous. If you had something like that, you could get robbed as an adult or a kid. Now everyone just got it like that. When's the last time you heard like a phone robbery or something? Do you know what I mean? Because now people just stealing cars and like it's on another level now.
Boy, it's crazy. It's mad. So I just had to throw you lot back. There's more. Let me know if you guys like this throwback section, man. We're gonna do more of these. We ain't even touched floppy disks and old school games and Harbor Hotel and Sims and
the Sims was very horny girls play the Sims. We know why you play the Sims, y'all.
Listen, we really could go into this, but I just wanted to touch it real quick, kind of, talk about it just a little bit, just based on the fact that we are at the end of the year and it's great to revisit things when you grow up. What things did you guys grow up with that stuck out to you that you still remember? Let us know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think.
For real.
And yeah. Alright. So, as we normally do, King Aries, how was your day today, bro?
First of all, I'm going to take a leaf out of Snoop Dogg's book and just congratulate myself and thank myself for an amazing 2020 work ethic. Being up in the studio, banging out these tracks. Some of them ain't even released, some of the unreleased tracks, just working, writing the music, working with the home of the podcast. Do you know what I mean? So first I want to congratulate myself for growing even longer hair. I have to tie it back today. Clearer skin, more music, more life, more work ethic.
Last but not least, I want to thank me. I want to thank me for believing in me. I want to thank me for doing all this hard work. I want to thank me for having no days off. I want to thank me for never quitting. I want to thank me for always being a giver and trying to give more than I receive. I want to thank me for trying to do more right than wrong. I want to thank me for just being me at all times.
And then second of all, I have to congratulate the homie, because he's been killing the battles, whether they're battling in a closed location or they're battling on the roof. See, you'll get plugged out, see?
Yeah, shout out on the roof every time,
Wherever he's at,
Phoenix Fire Podcast.
If anyone wants to come, he doesn't take no loose chat from no one.
I like that.
I got congratulate. When they see him, they'll be like, is that AJ? They'll be like, nah, wait, hold on, that is AJ. Raw. You're stupid. So I got congratulate him because he's been putting the work in, the presentation, the entertainment factor, the voice, the bars, like all the different angles, the swag, He bring the do-rag game back out. A lot of people could be doing podcasts like us, but they ain't gonna have the drip and the do-rag and all the difference, the funny, the freestyles. You know what I mean?
Wait, this is not... Yeah, that's another thing I want to say. Now that we're at the end of that, I could really say this. First of all, I want to congratulate you. Thank you so much for your singles, for your contributions, for even asking me to do this. Because we always say this, but I'm going to say it again. This was just an idea.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and heavy D up in the limousine.
This wasn't something that was set in stone at all. He literally called me up one day, was in my house, couldn't walk, and he was just like, how long did we speak for? We spoke for about an hour and a half on the phone. And we both just said, yo, we really should just do a podcast. And then he was just like, yo, I was actually thinking about that. Why don't we do it?
You know what's crazy? Exclusive.
Go on.
AJ gonna find out. A part that he doesn't know as well. That time, because that was like podcast time. A lot of people know that time. A lot of different people were like, "Yo, we should do a podcast." People even had meetings with me.
Wow.
Like actual meetings, sit down, Nando's and stuff, all that eating, like meetings. And none of that came to fruition because of me. Because I was just like, nah, I'm good, I'm out. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
But then speaking of you, it was just like, just made sense.
Wow.
Because that's the thing. They had like full breakdown. Like you said, it wasn't set in stone. It was set in stone.
That's great.
They had a business, they had everything. And it just didn't make sense. Like, you know, it just, I was like, nah. Do you know what I mean?
That is
But
crazy.
while me and him just had a conversation, it was like, yeah, you know what? Let me sign that contract.
Right.
Let me sign that. That makes sense. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And that's how you.
I'm just
that's how you
finding
got
this
me
out. I had no idea. I'm just finding.
Because I was like, not only am I doing a podcast with you guys, I'm not doing a podcast at all. This is not me. This don't sound. You know what I mean? While I was just talking to you, I was like, you know what? Yeah, man.
Let's do it. That's crazy. That's actually wild.
So the energy is just different.
What I was gonna tell you is, it's funny how you say that, because I'm thinking about it now. Some of my homies hollered me about the same, right? Some of them that live around me and know me and whatnot, they spoke about it and they were just like, other people ain't on it. How you guys doing it? How you coming up with it? What's the secret? Blah blah blah.
It's just energy.
And I tell them all the time, number one is energy, and number two, you have to want to do it with somebody that actually wants to do it. This is not a chore for us. This is our time to just be fun, to relax, to express ourselves. And that's why we don't need no script, because it's real, it's genuine. There's nothing in it. There's no table.
No truth.
Do you know what I'm saying? There's no paper.
Nope.
It's just us. It's just the energy. It's just how we think.
Yeah.
The most we'll do is we'll send each other things like, yo, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
Oh, have you seen this? And that's it. The rest, all with. So, you know, when God ordains something, it happens whether you think it's going to happen or not. And we got to this point where I just want to say, we've wrapped up the year. He's put out singles after singles after singles. We've done our reactions. You lot are messing with it.
Reactions is crazy.
It's going off.
Thank you so much to all the new subscribers for jumping in and commenting.
Yep.
Thank you so much to all the day one subscribers for sticking with us. The reaction videos have been crazy. I mean, we can understand because that's like popping, that's like beef, that's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's a lot of other people doing it. And you guys are telling us like, we're the best. Do you know what I mean? And we don't take comments like that for granted. Do you know what I mean? And it's not just one person, it's like everyone saying you guys are the best reaction. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, thank you so much for your words. Again, that helps us keep going. That helps us want to keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
We started from nothing. And just to add on to that, not only are the reactions popping and everybody's loving it, but we hit 100 subscribers.
100 from zero subscribers 6 months ago.
From nothing.
6 months ago, zero subscribers. And we on 100 subscribers.
That might not mean a lot to a lot of people, but to us, we do this all the time. Like, this is what we do outside of our individual things that we do. He's just told you, I write. I'm either battling or I'm doing poetry or something, writing lyrics, cheering people up, whatever. This is the singer-song artist on my left over here. He's rapping, he's singing, he's doing the R&B stuff.
As much as I make fun of Drake, I am Drake.
Yeah.
Like, that's my guy.
See, that's the
blueprint. That's it right there. That's the plan.
Dang.
That's the plan. We're going to get the BunDat podcast private jumbo jet.
I say that to say, we've gone through a lot and we do things individually. To be able to take time and collaborate and do this, and to see you lot mess with it, and for us to hit this mark of 100 subscribers, it means
crazy.
It means a lot. For a video to be doing what it does, it means a lot. We just want to take the time out to thank everybody that's watched it, anybody that shared it, to see, because I've seen so many people do the reactions and they're getting way more traction, they're getting whatever and whatnot, but they're not doing it the way we do it. For you guys to recognize the authenticity in what we do is amazing, and it keeps us grounded, keeps us human. So thank you lot all for all of that stuff. And in a year that has been completely crazy, the amount of people that we've lost, i.e. Chadwick, Kobe, so many people like Nip, so many people from the Friday cast, like Debo, I can't even remember the other guy, the thingy Weatherspoon, I can't remember his name.
John
Weatherspoon, like
Granddad.
It's been a year. A lot of people really could spend it sulking, upset, and you know, we do this because this is something we generally wanted to do and to bring some positivity. So one thing I will say that's an indisputable fact. If you are still here watching this, you made it to the end of the year.
Do you know what I mean?
And that's a big thing. Regardless of what's been going on, regardless of who's not here no more, I'm sure that they are proud of you, same way you'd be proud of them if they was in your place. So congratulate yourself and thank God that you made it to the end of the year. It's the 31st. We're about to jump into 2021.
Yeah.
And the only thing I will say is learn from this. You was tested and you're still here. You passed the test of life. You aged another couple of months. You aged another year if it was your, well, it's everyone's birthday this year, so you aged another year, you aged another couple of months, you aged another couple of minutes and seconds and hours, and you're here watching us tell you guys to be proud of yourself. Ultimately, that's what we want to do more than anything else, is uplift our people and uplift people that might not even look like us at some point too. So, this is the new year, here's the 2021, and yeah, so that's what I wanted to say about that and the new subscribers and everything like that. We really did grind from nothing.
From nowhere
from
to
nothing.
now here.
Only one paid promo video, like, and that was a mistake. Like, the Fresh Prince stuff.
We grinding.
Like,
we grinding.